This is the Doctor, continuing the Battle Brothers playthrough. Got some level ups here. Aldebert, Apprentice, good rolls on melee defense, fatigue, all very good stuff. In terms of perks, this is probably going to be one of my shield brothers, but let's go ahead and take rotation. We want to start getting characters with rotation available. Rotation is quite a useful ability that allows you to swap to brothers' position, so you can use it to rescue brothers who are in danger. Yeah, it's 3 AP. It's a lot of fatigue to use, but at least the AP cost is not too bad. Karsten here with the flail. 3 melee is great, more fatigue is great. Unfortunately, these defense rolls, which are important, are quite bad for him. We could use a bit more health though, so I'll up that. And since he's going to be one of my shield experts with the flail, let's go with shield expert. I gave him the heater shield, so he'll take the most advantage of that. Look at that, it's 37 defense. That is phenomenal, significantly better than all my other brothers right now. I should almost think about putting him on like the edges, but putting him in the middle is okay too. Should be quite tanky. Shield mastery, the defense bonus to shield is nice, but what's also really good is it reduces the damage taken. So if enemies try to break his shield, it'll be much tougher to do so. Hugo, my hunter, who is not exactly outstanding hunter. Minro on range skill, that's really sad. It's 2 to 4 for range. So this is very disappointing. Minro on initiative is very disappointing. This character needs a bit more resolve. +5 is at least an overroll, so a bit of resolve can't hurt. But I do want a better archer. I don't see Hugo as being long term, but for now we'll keep him around. Fast adaptation. I like that on my bow users. I almost always make hunters bow users. So let's go ahead and do that. I don't even need a shield there. And then Guntram. This is going to be the most interesting character of the bunch. Because with the bow users, I feel like there are many actually subtle paths you can take. You can make a bow user who's super dedicated to using a bow and with almost no ability to do melee. You would just and sort of the idea behind that build is not only is an archer who's specializing in the bow, but it's an archer who's nigh unkillable at range. You can take all sorts of defensive perks like anticipation, steel brow, nimble, overwhelm, and you would just be pretty much impossible to kill with range attacks. You could have Arbalest shoot heavy crossbow bolts at that character, and you can survive like 3 headshots. It's insane. 3 or more headshots from a heavy crossbow. But it would come at a cost of killing power, and it would limit your ability to take advantage to some melee perks or melee abilities. I still wouldn't take melee perks on a bow user. There's another path that forgoes some of the defensive perks like Steel Brow and Nimble and focuses on using Berserk, Killing Frenzy, and Quick Hands to swap into something like a polearm. Not that Guntram has a polearm right now. The idea would be to swap into something like a bill hook or pike, and then take advantage of Berserk that you could potentially attack twice with the pike. Also a pretty good build. That build is much more universal because there are a lot of enemies against whom bows do nothing. I'm thinking of the undead specifically. Bows don't really do much against them, whereas polearms are still quite good against the undead. For Guntram here, after some thought, I do want to take anticipation at some point, but anticipation only works, well, it works even if you have 0 range defense, so you do get something out of it, but it's really starts to shine once you get at least 10 base range defense. So we're going to have to up range defense. Right now, the effect is rather limited. We could take Steel Brow to really reduce the chance of crits. We could go like Fast Adaptation, Dodge, Anticipation, Steel Brow, Recover, Bow Mastery. That's 6, and we would have 4 more perks. It would be Overwhelm, Berserk, Fearsome, and Killing Frenzy. That would work, but it would come at the cost of footwork and quick hands. I actually don't think quick hands is as important as you might think on an archer. There are other perks that are pretty good. You don't need quick hands. It's like it saves you 1 turn for some attacks. Often you want to even recover, like fatigue. You might not even have enough fatigue to do a lot of attacks. So I don't think quick hands is as insane, or necessary, I should say. It's not as necessary for archers. Steel Brow, even though it seems like a frontline tank ability, is actually really good for archers if you're paranoid. Like 98% of the time, it won't do anything because your archers aren't getting hit. It's for that very small percent of chance, not only are you hit, but you're hit in the head. That this is like resilience in XCOM, where the ability to not get crit is very strong. What stops this from being an auto pick is, unlike in XCOM, where you can actually get flanked quite often, or put yourself into flanking positions. If you take defensive perks like Anticipation, Dodge, you're just not going to get hit in the first place, and even if you get hit, there's only a small chance it'll be the head. So that makes the perk like sort of an insurance policy, but I don't think it's necessary. A lot of the like, I rarely even had this proc for me when I've taken it in the past, so it's more like making the player feel safe, in my opinion. Still, for a very, very valuable brother, it could be worth taking. Recover, very useful. Anticipation, very useful. I'm actually going to take Recover since I need this at some point. Might as well be now. And Anticipation is not doing enough for me, so I'll do that. It's quite a long spiel so far. I know it's been like more than 5 minutes, almost 8 minutes in fact, without doing anything on the world map. But I like to plan out the character build a bit. So for Gun Trip, even though it's +5 initiative and we want more initiative, we also need just a bit more fatigue, and this is a max row, so go with that. It's kind of a shame that the range defense was not a max row, but we really need to up that. So let's go to Kanagzwasa. That's where we were headed. There seems to be a trail, maybe... It looks like maybe a caravan actually, because it's going straight for the city. What I need are tools and more contracts, and also to hire another recruit. Let's see what we got here. 2 skull contracts. None of these recruits seem all that great. What can we buy in the market? Everything is insanely expensive, and the prices aren't great. Like this, the Terrified Villagers is the worst effect, because like goods are more expensive and they're worth less to the village. Pillagers camp on the hills to the west. That sounds like a bandit camp. We might wish to go there. We could treat the pierced chest. I actually don't think it's that necessary. Erwin the Savage has such good fatigue that should he recover his health, we might as well just stick him in the front anyway. This is not a very bad injury for him. Let's check out the contracts. What is this? Caravan to Alderfest? I don't know where that is. 540. I'll need some time to think about this one. Let's check the other contract. Armed Guards to Finsterwiller. Well, I don't know where these places are. Let me take a look. Well, they're far. Elderfest is all the way back in the north. And Finsterwiller is also pretty far to the north. Man, these were not the contracts I was hoping for. I don't want to go all the way. On the other hand, heading back north, not necessarily a terrible idea. Because, like, the trading opportunities in the south were more limited than I thought. This amber trade route is not bad, but that's it. That's literally all there is, the amber trade route. There's nothing else. That's very disappointing. And the tools here are so expensive, whereas the tools in the north were a really good price. If I'm doing either one of these contracts, it would probably be to deliver cargo. Just because we can cut through the wilderness and maybe fight some enemies on the way there. That escort caravan all the way to the north, we're not getting paid nearly enough to do that. Yeah, 580? Pff, it's too much. There's also a bandit camp to the west here, on the hills to the west. So it's in here maybe. Or here? Or here? It's not far. And there are two more towns down here. They're small towns, so the prices are likely good here. And we can buy some arrows. Before taking these contracts, let's take a look at what else is in the south here. Especially that pillagers camp. I want to try to do that. More bandits is a very good thing. Could also use some more arrows, ammunition. So it could be here maybe, it could be here, west. Okay, I'm not seeing anything here, but it could be maybe in these hills? Brigands. A marksman and some raiders. We could take this. What's this? Mini thugs? Definitely don't want to fight them both at once. That would be a horrible idea. But we could fight one of them. One of these groups. So this does suggest the bandit camp is in this area. Oh, a few marksmen? I don't want to fight a few marksmen. If it's like one marksman, I happily take them on, but at this point, my archers aren't good enough. Before getting like dodge or anticipation, my archers aren't good enough to outshoot the like one brigand marksman, I'm not terrified of. This many, that's too many. I do want to fight this marksman. We can get a crossbow or a hunting bow. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm afraid of. This is why these marksmen are so terrifying. Oh, did I not give my character the right type of ammunition? This is bad. Eldebert, he could die. That was a headshot. 2, 3. 1, 2. I think we need to start by getting on the high ground. That marksman is gonna be an insanely annoying enemy. Okay, we can like just rush and put pressure on the marksman. I love that idea. I want to try to use this high ground against the bandits. So let's. Actually, gonna hold here. Bertram, yeah, he doesn't. I got the ammunition. I forgot to swap the ammunition. It's actually really bad. Let's try to shoot this raider. Swap the pike. Back up one. I'm not gonna. This raider being on the hill is quite annoying, but we have a decent chance of knocking him down. And now we can get on the high ground relative to him. These two raiders are gonna be a pain to fight, so we should get on the high ground. So now Wolfram has adrenaline. He can adrenaline and rush the archer. I like that. Aldebert, having taken a nasty hit, I'm gonna pull you back a little bit. Karsten, let's send you up. Start working on that brigand. Doorsman, move you up. And the other thirdsman, so we're gonna gang up on that raider with the polearm next turn. Yes, this is why adrenaline is good. Do I want to move here or do I want to move here? Probably here. Consumes a little less fatigue. Alright, he hit me in the head with his annoying little hatchet, but it's really not that bad. Control, right click, I can drop this on the ground. Hold. Okay, he's trying to break my shield, which is fine. I don't mind that. We don't need to shoot the archer. Let's shoot this guy. He's quite dangerous, actually. Torlif will pass for now. Doorsman. Again, I want to gang up on. Oh, I can't attack this turn because I don't want to put my. If we just did this, 71%, that's really good. Pass. Yeah, they're wailing on a Wolfram. These raiders are actually hitting us, so we gotta watch out here. You have the bolt of quiver, or the quiver of arrows, so you're gonna drop that. Torko. I think we need to gang up on these raiders as much as possible first. But on the other hand, this guy, he can move up here, which would not be great because we want the high ground. We want to make him move back. So let's move Torko up like this. Ooh, morale collapse. Good. And we're missing some hits here. Now let's try to murder this brigand. Not so much luck. I'm going to take a risk here with Aldebert. I feel like we needed to take some risks. I think this was where that I dropped the ammunition, I think. Torlif. Start murdering Thorsmen. Yep, we just need to start murdering that raider. Ugh, Wolfram is almost dead, which is very bad because Wolfram is actually valuable. Where is that ammunition? Is it here? Yes. No, that's the quiver of bolts. Ugh. Whoa, okay. I knew that was a risk. They struck down Aldebert. Ugh. But I thought it was a calculated risk. Yeah, he's got 2 injuries. I thought I would be able to move fast. Did he hit the head? Yes, that's the problem. I got hit shot twice. We have all these moves ahead of this brigand, so we have to rush up and just try to murder him. Good. And this brigand is now fleeing. Aldebert was like kind of expendable, but I don't like losing any brothers. And we're also down to manning this fight too. This is about the right difficulty for like brigand raiders. This is how it usually goes. Those fights earlier were way too easy. Alright, this guy's fleeing, which is good. Let's move up to pin him. I want to move up here because this brigand marksman is by far the most dangerous. I was trying to stun him first. He's stunned, good. Aldebert didn't actually die, I think, by being struck down. And not like having the ammunition. This is just such a poorly managed battle. Not having the right weapons at the start didn't help. This could have even been an opportunity to loot some armor, but... Alright, he's fleeing, good. Gonna move everyone up. I actually might still have a chance to loot this Gambison. Maybe I will end up looting some of that armor. Wolfram's kind of tired, so he'll rest. Very poorly managed battle. Might as well shield wall yourself. We're not going to kill him yet. Okay, he shield walls himself, which is fine. I'm going to wait until we can get some more mass attack bonuses going, or surround bonuses. Wolfram is way too beat up. There we go. Now we have some bonuses. There we go. Yep, Aldebert didn't actually permanently die. He's missing his nose, which is minus 10% fatigue, which really sucks. But he lived. He lived. We did actually loot some of his armor. And we looted a whole bunch of hand axes and flails. This is a good chunk of money. But was it worth the pain? I don't think so. Yep. Wolfram is really beat up. Aldebert's really beat up. That minus 10 fatigue is going to come back to haunt us. It's not one of the worst perks. Yeah, you know, it's not one of the worst. This Blotch Gambison is the best light armor in the game, like super light armor. That's always nice to have. We have another worn mail shirt. Yeah, you see the difference is Elderberg got headshotted twice. That's really bad. Yeah, his armor is so bad. We don't need that. Let's try to do this. Well. Maybe like this. Wolfram's also really beat up. We need to take some time to recover from this. I want to fight this band of brigand thugs too, but... Oh, before I do that, let's fix the horrible ammunition problem. No, not bolts. You need arrows. We were basically down 3 men that fight, so no wonder it didn't go so well. And I took some calculated risks that maybe I shouldn't have. Those brigand marksmen, learn to respect them. Oliver's actually a pretty good character. I mean, he's got 2 stars in melee, 2 stars in fatigue. This is really kind of a shame. Thorsman. Man, look at these level ups. They're insane. +3, +3. Maybe +4 health. Plus some to resolve. It's just the max rolls without the stars, I usually value those the most. You don't always get that. Maybe +4 to health. We're gonna need to put you in the front line because you're really good. Yes, let's start putting you in the front line. You're gonna be a 2-hander. 2-handers benefit a lot from brawny. Just like Torko. Now we're going to give you really heavy, or not really heavy, but heavier armor. We can actually put Erwin here in the back, even if he doesn't have the full amount of health. He could still use a pike fairly well. You're too good to be using a spear. You can use a flail. Wolfram's too beat up. We also don't have enough tools to repair everything. I'm not gonna fight these. I really want to fight the thugs though. It's a lot of extra experience. Ooh, I could have used a net. I didn't think about that. That was probably a mistake. Should have thought about using the net on some of these characters. Bertram, I'm gonna do you pretty. Ooh, +3 to range defense. Only +4 to range skill. That's a bit of a shame. I almost feel like this character needs a bit more health. His initiative is low enough that I'm not sure if he benefits that much from it. Whereas some more health would make sure he doesn't die horribly. I mean, initiative is still worthwhile to take for the synergies with dodge, for instance. But this might be an archer I build without overwhelm. I mean, I think this character just needs a bit more health so he doesn't get one-shotted. Or two-shotted. We'll still take dodge. Archers generally have light enough armor. And then Torlif, we're going to make our duelist. He needs some initiative. He also needs some fatigue. And I'm actually going to give him +3 to range defense because duelists tend to get sniped a lot. So having that will help. Then what else do duelists need? If we're gonna keep him in light gear, crippling strikes works really well. Anticipation also works really well. I actually think it's going to be anticipation here. For the eventual duelist build. Heck, you could even like equip a net and be semi-okay right now. In between dodge and anticipation, and his naturally high initiative, I think this character will have effectively like 20 something range defense without the shield. That's really good. But for now we'll keep the shield. Trying to analyze. Wolfram will also level you up. Melee, more fatigue. Probably won't need too much more fatigue after this. Some more melee defense. I don't know what to make you yet. Probably a two-hander, although your defense is not great. We could do the adrenaline recover combo. That's a pretty strong combo. Alright, I think this is a good place to pause the video. Thank you for watching. Until next time.